Let me give away the exact strategy that you guys need to go out there and generate over $100,000 in these next 90 days. What's poppin', people? It's your boy the Beast of Ecom, and I am back with another video, dropping nothing but you already know, value bombs. So this video is a no BS, no fluff video. I'm literally going to give away absolutely everything that you need, and by the end of this video you should be able to, of course, have an overall strategy. You'll know where to find products, how to test the products, how to scale the products, and of course hopefully go on to generate a nice amount in these next 90 days and have a fantastic Christmas for yourself and for your family. Now before we jump into all of that, I'm sure you're excited to learn all of this information, but if you are new to the channel or if you are an OG Beast Gang member, then of course please do drop a like on this video. I can pretty much guarantee you're going to get tons of value out of it, so drop a like, and if you are new, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. So let's quit the talking, let's jump straight into the video and let's start learning. Okay, so let's jump straight into this video and show you, okay, exactly how you can make $100,000 or six figures this Q4 with Shopify, okay? And I'm going to give you absolutely everything that you need to know. Now, just for really quickly out there before we move into a lot of things in depth, a lot of people ask me what's Q4. Q4 is basically October, November, December. It's the last, Q4 stands for quarter four. It's the last 3 months of the year, and pretty much the most important time for a lot of people selling online because that's where they make the bulk of their money. Now, in 2018 Q4 on one store, we managed to do 1.8 million in those 3 months. So it's a very fantastic time to be selling online. You know, there's no pretty much better much time to start now. Okay. So here's what I'm going to cover in this video. It's a no BS video, no fluff, just pure actionable content, okay? And if you stay to the end, you're going to be armed with everything that you need to go out and generate these numbers. I'm not saying that you are going to generate these numbers. I'm going to say that you are going to have everything that you need to generate these numbers. So what I'm going to cover, I'm going to give you a strategy that you should be taking over these next 3 months. Okay, I'm going to show you what kind of products to start testing and exactly where to find them. Okay, what I'm going to also do is I'm going to show you how to correctly test the products as well that you find, and also how to scale them up to $100,000. Okay, like I said, I'm not saying that you are going to do this, but I should hope with the amount of views that I get on these videos, at least a handful of people will take this information, implement it, take action, and go out to generate these numbers. But what I want you to do as well is stay to the end, because there's some very, very, very important lessons at the end that you need to know. I've personally made these mistakes in Q4, so I don't want you to make the exact same mistakes as well. So make sure you stay to the end to learn exactly what they are, okay? And of course, if you do get some value from this video, then I would very much appreciate a like on this video. It doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, I would appreciate it if you do just drop a little like on this video. So let's do the maths really quickly before we go into the meat and bones, right? $100,000, people think, $100,000 is, you know, an insane amount of money. It's not in the next 90 days. If you break it down, $100,000 divided by 3 months is only $33,000, okay, a month. Now let's break that down to 30 days, which is generally in a month. We only need to do $1,000 a day, just over $1,000 a day. And if you break that down even further by selling like a $25 product, which is on average what most people sell, including shipping, whatever it may be, then we're looking at 44 orders a day. This is super, super, super achievable, people, okay? So what you want to do is just set your goal, break it down, and reverse engineer it, okay? Now, this is the overall strategy that I advise that you guys take over these next 3 months, okay? Let me break it down for you. So in October, if you haven't been testing in September, okay, you pretty much should have been, but if you haven't, then what you want to be doing is testing and refining in October. Now, if you've got the budget to be able to test one product every single day this month, then I recommend that you do that. Make them quality tests and not just, you know, making up the numbers. If you haven't got the budget, then I recommend that you just do a minimum of 3 products a week, so that you can still, you know, have the chances to then find something which you can move into November with. So in October, do a lot of testing, do a lot of refining. And when I say refining, I mean finding out what those winning creatives are, so you can move into November. Now in November, we're very much just all about refining and scaling, because a lot of people, a lot of the buyers are going to be in November. Of course, in November, what we do have is, we've got Black Friday and we've got Cyber Monday, two of the most enormous days in terms of, online retail and online sales. So you want to be having, your creatives ready and your products ready for November. Now, don't worry if you haven't, okay? A lot of people get, pressured into having something working in November. If you haven't, then, don't worry about it. Just keep on testing. But if you have, then it's very much scaling season in November. Now, in December, okay, if you are drop shipping from China, please remember that after, like, say, the second week in December, the chances of a product to get into a customer is highly unlikely. Okay, so remember that. Please don't just start increasing and scaling like crazy in December, because you're going to end up in refund central, and I will talk about this a little bit later in the video. So yeah, that's the strategy that I advise that you guys take over these next 3 months. Okay, great. So you've got a strategy now. What products do you test? Okay. Now, this is just my personal recommendations, okay, over these next 3 months. Now, of course, products that solve a problem are fantastic, and you should always be looking for products which, solve a problem. But Q4 is a very special time, and what it allows you to do is you can sell products which are more cool, quirky, unique, because a lot of people will have an there'll be an increase in impulsive buys, around this time. And I personally like to, shift my attention to these kind of products, because impulsive buys on Facebook around this period is much higher than it would be throughout the rest of this year. Now remember, if you do go through this route, only sell to passionate audiences such as parents, hobbyists, pet owners, those types of people. If you're going to sell a product which is cool, quirky and unique, it's great, but if it's just a phone case, then it's highly unlikely you're going to make sales, because it's going to be hard to target exactly who it is that you need to target. So try and aim things at the passionate audiences. Now, thirdly, what I like to do, of course, is look for products that can be given as gifts for friends, for kids, family members, or products that can be bought in multiples do very well around this period, because people can, get themselves a bargain, buy one for multiple family members, so these sorts of products work very, very well. And finally, look for seasonal products. We're in winter now. It's getting cold as hell. As you can tell, I've got a jumper on here. But look for seasonal products which solve a problem when it's cold. Now, some of you guys may know, I'm going to give you an example, but some of you guys may have known of this product, but the heat warming gloves, there was a heat warming vest as well that a lot of people used to sell. But for that, what you need to do is just find your angle. It's good. A lot of people like to go skiing. I would find an angle, say ski enthusiasts, and then just build my ad copy and page around ski enthusiasts, because it's still a massive niche. They're hobbyists and the product solves a problem. Okay, so I hope those 4 things make sense. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually look at some examples. So let's get straight into looking at some examples. So you can see here, again, I'm not going to play these videos because I know what's going to happen. It will all just come through my speakers and it will just mess up the whole video. So I'm not going to play the videos, but I'll explain the products. So this product is a baking nozzle gift set. So basically you can decorate cakes and do crazy like Santas on there. You can do like snowflakes and, all that sort of jazz. But yeah, it's based around Christmas essentially. So it's a Christmas baking edition of, cake decorating. You can see here it was launched on the 12th of September, okay? And we can see here, if we look at the engagement here, we've got 3.2 thousand likes, we've got 434 comments, and over 1,000 shares. So something that is very much worth testing, okay? So you can see here, they found the angle. The angle in the niche there is, of course, people who are baking, like cakes, and all those sorts of things. So moving on, this product here, and you can see here, this product was a fantastic product in 2018. I remember it. A lot of people made a lot of money with this product. But you can see someone's jumped the gun and started selling it in September, when everyone's just shifts to think, it's getting cold, winter's here, etc. You can see they launched this in 24th of September. So pretty much, 2 weeks ago, if that, 2019. And basically what the product does is it helps you get away snow and ice on your car. So everyone who drives a car just uses it and it gets things off very easy without scratching up your windows. And if we look at the engagement here, absolutely insane. Over 122,000 likes. 21,000 comments and 66,000 shares. Absolutely insane engagement. So I would like to think that these guys are making quite a bit of money from this product. Okay, now moving on to another example, we can see here this product again was another good product in 2018. These guys again are selling it 2019. You got to remember, a lot of the same products will come around year on year on year. You can see here this was launched this year, and basically what it does, without me playing the video, it helps you cut wrapping paper. Okay, makes wrapping paper easy. You know, I can't wrap presents for, I'm not gonna swear, I can't wrap presents at all. I'm so messy, but something like this just helps you cut it all nice and neat, etc. You can see here we've got 19,000 likes, we've got 3.7 comments and 3.7 thousand comments and close to 10,000 shares. So again, a fantastic product, which is hopefully, like I said, making some money for these people. Okay, so they're just some examples that you can look at. Now, where to find them? Okay, so I've found all 11 products. Where did I find them? Now I'll show you. I actually found those ones using eSniper. Again, I'll talk about those in the paid method only briefly, but I did use eSniper for those, and there is an extended link for that down below. Yes, I am. It is an affiliate link. Okay, but free methods. Everyone can do things for free. So first and foremost is finding things in your feeds. Okay, a lot of people get adverts in their theme. Going to the ads library, you know, and seeing what they're running and checking any bit.ly links to see their performance. Okay, which is something that I like to do. So if we have a look now at this product here, okay, this is just in my feed here. It's one of those weird ass products. This thing is, again, you look like a moron if you wear one of these things. No offense to anyone who does, but so we can see there, this is winning. It's got like 17,000 comments, 17,000 likes, etc, etc. We would like it and go through to the store, blah 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 blah. But what we would do is we'd open up the link. Okay, we would also hit see transparency there, and once this loads up, we would also then click on their ads as well. So go to ads library. If we go to ads library, we can see what these guys are running. It's defaulted to United Kingdom, but if I just click all, we can see here they're only running this product, but we can see from the feed and the engagement that it's doing very well for these guys. So that's one thing that I would do. Now, like I mentioned about the bit.ly link, okay, what you want to do is if you just go to the bit.ly link and put a plus sign at the end of the link. I have blurred this one out only because I'm probably going to test this product myself, and obviously everyone else and their dog will probably test it if I put it in my video. So yeah, I've blurred this one out. But basically what you do is you put a plus sign at the end of a bit.ly link. Just take it, put a plus sign, and it will pull up all of these details so you can see how well it's doing, and this one's doing okay. So yeah, that's one thing that you can do. Okay. Now, second of all is storing good websites in Comm feed to consistently see what others stores are selling. Now, I have got a video on setting up Comm feed. Again, I mentioned all of this in my side of my course as well. Can't remember exactly what video it is on my channel, but Comm feed is fantastic. So with Comm feed, again, I've blurred out some of these stores that I am tracking. But basically what it does, you can see here, every time a store uploads a product, we know exactly what it is. We can go have a look at their product page. We can see what the product is. You can see here, these were all launched today. So 10 hours ago, 10 hours ago, 6, 9, 5, an hour ago, etc. All launched today. And we can have a look at those and get some ideas, okay? That's one of the free method. The final free method is to go to AliExpress and type in VIP link. You can sort by newest or most orders and do some investigating, okay? So to show you that, I have got a video on this, and what I will do actually is I'll leave a link in one of the top corners to my product research playlist. I put out a lot of videos on product research, but I'll put it in I'll put a link at the top somewhere. So all I've done is literally just put in VIP link, and you can see here I've sorted by newest. It does take some digging, but all of these VIP links basically have been set up by suppliers on AliExpress for dropshippers who are currently doing well with a product and want to get a better price, okay? So if we sort by orders really quickly, we can see here, a lot of these have had tons of orders. So, it takes some digging, okay? But it's a very valid method to use, okay? So hopefully those 3 methods help you out. So some paid methods, you can use AliExpress research. And for those two, I generally like to use either AliShark or Super Ali. Paid methods, either, eSniper or Salad Trend or Ecom Hunt. They're the ones that I use. Now, I get asked every single day about, and get access to, different product research methods. But again, I am affiliate, and all those products that I did mention were on eSniper. So if you do want to check it out, you just click Viral Sniper and they upload products every day. There is an extended trial to this software down below, okay? So Salad Trend and Ecom Hunt are the ones that I use. If I don't use them, I don't mention them, okay? It's just as simple as that. I'll let you check those out in your own time. However, this is a very important tip. Know your break-even ROAS. You have to know what your break-even ROAS is, guys. It's so, so important. And a lot of people will know the next question will be, okay, so how do you work it out? Well, let me show you so you don't complain and you can have this information to go out and make some money, okay? So break-even ROAS is selling price divided by your net profit, okay? And that's going to give you your break-even ROAS. So for example, $25, if we're selling a product at $25 and our net profit is $17 and our COGS are, our cost our goods of $8. If we do that, it's going to give us a break-even ROAS of 1.47, okay? Break-even ROAS. Now, of course, the break-even ROAS means if our ads are at 1.7, we're not making any money. We're breaking even. If it's higher than 1.7, we're making money. Now, an important tip is, of course, the higher the break-even ROAS, the harder it will be to make it profitable. If your break-even ROAS is 2.1 or 2, then your ads have to be 2xing all of the time just to make no money. So it doesn't make any sense. So the lower, of course, the better. Now, great, you know that, and you know where to find products. How do you actually test a product? Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you 2 methods on how you can test products. I'll go into one a little bit more depth than the other because I've covered it in a separate video. But the traditional method is this. So you can see a website purchase campaign. We've got interests, and then we've got ads. 1 ad, 2 ad, 2 ads per ad set. Okay. So to break that down, like a traditional testing method is, of course, 1 campaign, anything from 8 to 10 ad sets, 1 different interest per ad set. I always like to use 2 ads per ad set as well. I never like to run with 1 anymore. Your budget can be anything from $8 to $15, depending on how much you've got to play with. I only really go for top English speaking countries. That's just me. Or you can just go with ePacket. Either all placements or news feeds only. Most of the time now, I'm generally going for all placements. Generally run for 3 days, review, analyze, either cut, hold, or scale. Okay, so that's one method. Now, of course, you can use the rapid testing method, which I've mentioned here. I'm not going to go into this one into too much depth, okay, because I've already covered it. I brought out a whole new video about this. It's my previous video, I believe. So go and check out the previous video to this one. Go and check that one out, okay? And it covers this in so much more depth. But basically, the rapid testing method is 1 campaign, 8 to 10 ad sets, 1 the same broad interest or lookalike audience, 2 ads per ad set, 3 $8 to $15 per ad set. Again, top English speaking countries. And again, exactly the same, either all placements, run for 3 days. May sound confusing at the moment, guys. I get it, but just go and watch this video, okay? Go onto my channel and find this video, watch it, and it will explain that rapid testing method down to the T. So either this method or the traditional method like I've mentioned, right? Now, these methods will slightly change for Q4 2020 because, of course, ad set budget is going away and it's going to be just strictly mandatory to use CBO. But for the time being, you can still use these methods and they'll be valid up until probably about, I think, February 2020, whereby I've been told they're going to make the switch to just everything CBO, okay? Now, here is a value bomb for you guys. Focus your ad copy on Christmas, okay? You can put in your ad copy, this would be a cool gift for Christmas, or kids would love this at Christmas. And you can see in those ad copies that we mentioned before, of those winning products, people were talking about Christmas, okay? So when you put that in there, it very much helps your, can have an impact on your click-through rate. Another one is use PPEs on winning products to build up that social proof. If you've got a massive advert which has got tons of engagement on, On Black Friday, your one is going to trump a lot of adverts in that newsfeed, okay? So if you have got something that's running, get those PPEs set up and running just in the background, okay? Now, you might be thinking, okay, so you've got something that looks good. I've taught you how to find the products. I've taught you how to test the products. You may be okay at this point whereby you've got something that is working okay and you want to take things further. So, like I said in this video, I'm going to show you absolutely everything. If you are getting some value, again, please do like this video. That's of course if you're still with me. I think we're at about 20 minutes or so now. So how can you scale? Okay, patience is key. And personally, I've found over these last few months, things have been, I've found a lot more stability in being a lot more patient with gathering my data. You know, previously I would find something which would work. It would have 3 sales and I'd just try and scale the hell out of it, and things would fall flat. So I'm being a lot more patient with my data, and scaling has been a lot more stable over these past few weeks. For me personally, once I've been a lot more patient. So CBO scaling, generally what I find is, what I do is just one website campaign, purchase campaign, and anything from $100 to $500 depending on what your KPIs are. Okay, anything from 3 to 5 ad sets. You can take the top 5 ad sets, but let those 5 ad sets have at least 8 to 10 profitable purchases. Like I said previously, I was always waiting for like 3 or 4, and when I put them into a CBO, they'd crash. When I hold out things a lot more better now, I'm finding a lot more stability in my CBOs. Now, always have 2 to 3 ad sets per ad set. Identify them from your tests. Now, if there is a standout, okay, if one is completely a standout, then what you can do is just dupe that 2 or 3 times inside of that CBO. Again, I generally go for top English speaking countries, and I generally like to do all placements with CBOs and just let Facebook do the work. I've already proven the audiences. I've already proven the ad copies. All I want to do is just let Facebook take the reins, okay? Run for 3 days minimum, okay? With CBOs, run for 3 days minimum, unless your metrics are completely awful on day 2. Never try and cut a CBO on day 1 because they do take time to get better, okay? So generally, always let them run for a minimum of 3 days. Personally, I like to do that. Now, to scale CBOs, just increase the budget on CBOs every 2 to 3 profitable days. That's generally what I'm finding. I don't really do too much duplication anymore. I stick to just increasing budgets and consolidating bigger audiences, bigger budgets, and just letting Facebook take the reins, to be fair. Increase anything from 20 to 100% depending on your KPIs. Now, that is a massive kind of, that's from one end of the scale to the other, but it very much depends. So, if your KPIs are looking absolutely fantastic, you're netting like 40% profit, I would pretty much just double the budget and leave it for those 3 days, okay? Now they just rinse and repeat that with more good ad sets. Use your test, identify them, put them into CBOs and scale. So important stuff that you need to consider, okay? Very, very important. Now, make sure you have multiple ad accounts. Facebook has had a widespread issue with ad accounts being disabled. I've personally experienced it. Other people that I network with have personally experienced it as well. And this is even with 100% branded ad accounts. People selling white labeled stuff, private label stuff getting banned, and even products which are not against any sort of policies whatsoever. So please make sure that you do have multiple ad accounts. Second point, make sure when you scale, you have the infrastructure to do so. And what I mean by infrastructure, that your suppliers can actually handle the volume. If they can't, then please don't scale. Again, when you do scale, you're going to get an increase in emails from customers wondering where their products are or following up with questions. So make sure that your customer service rep team can handle those emails. If you need to hire more staff, then hire more staff. Don't think everything's going to be okay and they can cope, because they won't. Third point, now make sure that your ad account spending limits are increased, okay? I personally didn't do this before and it messed me up. Every single ad account out of the gate is limited to $5,000, which means you can spend $5,000 per day. Then it will cap out and won't stop spending. So if you do want to spend more than that, then you have to request for it to be raised. Now, I did do this recently. However, the Facebook support did say to me that I can only have it increased if I'm near to the max for 3 days straight. So you have to build up, then request, okay? But make sure you do that. Fourth and final point is if you are dropshipping from China, which I mentioned at the start of this video, stop scaling around the second week in December because it's very highly likely that your stuff just will not arrive. Now, yes, you can put banners there, but that won't stop people doing chargebacks and people wanting refunds. And of course, that can blow through your Stripe account and blow through your PayPal account. So again, I wouldn't recommend scaling up past that time, okay? So if you did enjoy this video and you are still watching this video, then first and foremost, I do appreciate you guys very, very much. If you did enjoy it, then please do just drop a like on this video and comment below how much you want to make this Q4. If you do comment down below, then I will know who watched the whole of this video. So if you do comment down below, shout out to you guys. I do appreciate you. Do drop a like on this video, okay? Now, of course, if you do want to learn more from me personally, then make sure you check out Ecom Beast 2.0, my course. We've got students in there absolutely crushing it. And obviously, you'll get loads of content exactly like this, but tons more and in much more depth. Hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, then drop a like on this video. And if you are new to the channel, then you already know what to do. Make sure you smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my latest content, but make sure you do turn on the notification bell. Now, if you do want to learn more from me personally, then make sure you check out Ecom Beast 2.0, my course, as I have mentioned. If you do use the code YouTube100, then you will get $100 off the course. All you got to do is just enter it at the checkout and you'll get it off. It's as simple as that. But that is it for this video. I hope you all have a fantastic Q4. So take care and I'll see you later.